Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Voice of Fire Tarot. For today's reading I will be talking about your intuition and how you can unlock it. So I feel that it's really important to unlock your intuition. We all have intuition and we are all tapped into it at various degrees. And I believe that the more you are tapped into it, the more it will benefit you and your soul's development. Okay? So for the first part of the reading, I will be asking Spirit why it is important that you unlock your own intuition. Then I will be asking how you can actually unlock your intuition. And to finish off the reading, I will be asking Spirit, what are the potential benefits of you unlocking your intuition? So as usual, there will be 4 groups to choose from. If you choose the first group, you will be choosing the green Aventurine stone. If you choose the second group, it will be the Amethyst stone or crystal. If you choose group 3, it will be the Petrified wood. And if you choose group 4, it will be the Moonstone. Okay, so take as long as you like, use your intuition, pause the video if necessary, and select which group or groups most resonate with you. And I will see you at your reading. Thank you. Hello everybody in group 1 and welcome to your reading. You chose the green Aventurine stone and this will be about unlocking your intuition. Okay, so let's begin. So firstly, I would like to know, please, Spirit, why is it important for people in group 1 to unlock their intuition? Why is it important for them to do this, please, Spirit? Okay, we have the 5 of Cups, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, followed by the 10 of Wands. So what I'm getting from this group 1 is that a lot of you are going through a lot of grief and you're carrying a lot of burdens at the moment. This could be possibly through loss of something. It could be loss of a person. It could be loss of a job, anything like that. But I get a sense that you're feeling that you just can't see the wood through the trees at the moment. And what I'm getting from this reading is that you're working so hard, you're carrying so many burdens, you're carrying so much grief with you, that you're kind of cut off from your own intuition. And what they're telling me is you're at a pivotal point in your life now, as we see here with the Wheel of Fortune, that it is really, really important at this time for you to tap into your own intuition and unlock what is actually going on. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull some clarifiers about this 5 of Cups and about this 10 of Wands, to get a bit more information about the difficulties that you will experience at the moment. Group 1. Remember, this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate with you. So please just take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Some of the cards flipped over by accident, so I'm just going to turn them over. There we are. Okay, so to clarify the 5 of Cups, we've got the 3 of Cups. Okay. I'm getting from that, you've got some, I don't know about nostalgia, but you've got some sort of memory that you're missing something. It could be some sort of relationship, some sort of bond with another person or with a group of people as well. So I'm getting a real sense of isolation here. In terms of your, you're really feeling at the moment there's this power, there's this clarity, and there's this drive, this focus, and this charisma that wants to come through, but it can't, because you just can't see the wood through the trees at the moment. And it's like there's a loss, you're missing something that you used to have, which you believe at the moment that you can't get. But what I'm getting from Spirit, it's not actually true. You can get this back. It is something, you can regain this power. But what they want you to do, they want you to unlock your intuition, so you've got a much more broader awareness of where things are going wrong and where you can actually act or do things to actually improve the situation. It's like you're blinded at the moment. That's what I'm getting from this. And it's really, really important for you at this time to, as I said before, to tap into your intuition. What is it that it's saying to you? You know, we all get these thoughts that come to us, but it's like going on your gut feeling. Your intuition is the first thing that you feel, the first thing that you sense before before our logical thoughts come in and start making up our own minds and start interpreting things. Obviously, we need to interpret things to make sense of the world, but it is really, really important for you to get tuned into that gut feeling, that intuition, okay? Because at the heart of that, at the heart of unlocking that, you will get this real power and strength. And I get a sense that you're feeling so isolated, but what they're trying to bring out to you is this real sense of individuality. And also, you are able to manifest the life that you want, as I see with this magician. But at the moment, you just feel stuck in a rut, and you're really, really grieving the loss of something that you used to have that you really, really miss and you want back. Okay, so I'm going to get a couple of oracles now, just to give a bit more information about why it is important for you to unlock your intuition. Group 1. Okay. So we have Secret Spring Success. So yes, what they're saying, despite all this, despite what you're feeling, there is success for you if you choose to just allow and unlock your intuition. All right, we will go into in a moment how you can do this, because it's obviously easy to say that, but you need some practical advice as well. Okay, what they're saying for you, there is positivity under the surface. Okay, you can regain what you used to have, and an even better version of it as well. Okay. What else can I use? Use this one, I think. Yes, emerging from grace. I open my soul to grace. Wow. Can you see that? It's a pretty dismal picture. She looks like she's drowned almost. But what we're seeing is, from that, there is like a rebirth, a renewal. And what we're seeing here is emerging into grace. So through going through difficult times, through going through the darkness, through unlocking your intuition, you will emerge into that grace. When I was meditating on your reading, it's funny, I just saw the image of like a white face with sort of, remember this is symbolic. It was a white face with eyes which were painted black. So I was getting a real sense of tiredness and grief that was coming through for the energies at the moment of some of you in group 1. But yeah, what they're telling me is there is a big change that is on the horizon for you, and it's a really, really positive change. And it's like you're elevating into, it's like a higher state, if you see what I mean. But it will feel much more enriched and much more fulfilled for you. So I would like to know, please, Spirit, how can people unlock their intuition? What can they do to unlock their intuition, please? Okay. So we have the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Cups, okay, followed by the Queen of Swords. So what I'm getting a sense here, with this Six of Pentacles and this Knight of Cups, it's like, it's almost not practical, if you know what I mean. It's like they want you to get into a state of allowing. It's like to stop resisting and just, it's like you need to drop them sticks that you're carrying and just allow and to know and to believe that good things are coming through for you. And by you getting into that vibrational state of allowing, what you're doing, you are actually tapping into the intuitive part of yourself, because you're not letting the logical brain take over all of the time. It's fine for it to, it's fine to, obviously we need logic, we need, our mental faculties, it's really, really important. But what they're saying is they want you to allow. And when you allow, you will allow good things to filter through to you, okay? I see you here at the moment in this kind of symbolically, this is where you are at the moment, and things will start to filter, but you have to believe and you have to allow. And this, this is really, really, I see this as kind of emotional enrichment as well. We see this Knight bringing this cup. This could also mean when you get to that state of allowance, you're allowing spirit to actually enter your life as well. And then what will happen is, what I'm seeing here, you will get a real sense of clarity, okay? As you see with this Queen of Swords. The sword is upright in the air, and as you can see, she's clearing these clouds of confusion. By exercising your intuition, unlocking it, you're clearing the clouds of confusion, okay? I'd like to know more about what will filter through, please, for people in group 1. I'm going to get a bit of clarity, please, for the Six of Pentacles. Because what it's telling me is that not only will you get sort of physical enrichment, but also emotional as well. But it just needs you to open up to allow that. So what are they allowing, please? So it's Six of Pentacles. Okay. We've got Nine of Swords here. So it's obviously similar to in a different way to almost the Five of Cups, but it's to do with, I see this as anxiety, mental exhaustion, depression, all them kinds of things. It's like I'm feeling that just accept, don't try and resist. You are where you are at the moment, and just to know that things will get better. And that is where the allowing comes in. You are going through this phase at the moment. It could be for some of you like a dark night of the soul, I'm getting as well. But also from that, when you go through this phase, it's really, really difficult. But as it's the Nine of Swords, we have the Ten of Swords after. So we are nearly at the end of a cycle, okay? Again, with this Wheel of Fortune, that is indicating to me something is shifting, something wants to move on. That's why it's so powerful. That's why it's so important for you to unlock your intuition. So by just going through this process, you're nearly at the end. Things will start to filter through, but you sort of have to get into a state of just allowing. That's all I can say, really. So I'm going to get it. I'd like to know, please. I get some practical tips on what people can do. Use this other deck. So what can people in group 1, please, do to unlock their intuition? Okay, we have meditation. Okay, followed by clear your energy field, and then be still. Remember what I said about allowance? It's just being still So yeah, this is really, really powerful. This is about, I see there's a lot of, it's kind of like smog, if you like, or fog around your aura. All these negative things, it needs to be cleared. But you need to allow it to be cleared. So yes, you need to have the moments, have them times to yourself, really, really treat it seriously. Allow them times in the day. It could be 10 minutes, it could be half an hour, it could be an hour. But it's really important for you to have your own space, to be still, okay? To be still and to meditate. And some of you might be a good thing for you to actually visualize your energy field being cleared. Okay, visualize the energy going through your chakras. If you're not sure about chakras, there's loads and loads of material and videos on YouTube and other sources that can tell you about that. There's loads of things you can do. You can use sage, using candles, incense, crystals, all these sorts of things. These will help, to clear that energy around you. And by you clearing your energy field, this will allow these good things to start to filter through. And this is how you unlock your intuition. Because you're clearing your energy fields, you're clearing all the smog, all the daily grind, basically, that's dragging you down. You're kind of clearing the path, really, for all the intuition, all that awareness to come through. And with that awareness, you will begin to see that light. By unlocking that intuition, you will see a way forward, and you can regain what you once had. And we got success here. So you are emerging into grace. You're regaining, not only regain it, but on a much higher, in a much more successful way as well. So intuition is really, really key for you, Group 1. So what I'd like to know now is, what are the potential benefits, please, of people in Group 1 by unlocking their intuition? What are the potential benefits of doing this, please? Okay, we have Ace of Wands. Lovely. That, to me, this is like the spark, the initial spark, that spark of energy, that spark of life that gives birth to new ideas, new things to create. Really, really positive. Then we have King of Cups. Yes, so from that you'll get emotional balance. Things will start to feel a lot more balanced for you. And then, wonderful, you've regained it. We have the Three of Cups. All right. You will start to tap in. This could be other people, your relationships with other people, but I'm getting the sense here that it's also a relationship with other parts of yourself, with the emotional part, with the intuitive part, and you will feel much more whole, much more complete. As I said about creation as well, remember 3 is the number of creation as well. And remember, we have the magician here, who is he is the prime manifester. You will be the manifester again. You will be in a state where you can create, because you will be tapped into your intuition. Okay, that's lovely. I'm going to get some cards now, some oracle cards, to give a bit more information on that. Wow, Forest Temple, enlightenment. Beautiful. See that golden light, coming through the darkness. This goes beyond, the intellect's really, really important, but this goes beyond that. By unlocking your intuition, you are going beyond the intellect. You are tapping into something much broader, much more enlightening as well. And, by doing that, when you go past just the mental faculties through the intuition, you are immediately opening yourself up, allowing all that creativity, that inspiration, all that sort of thing. Okay. What else can I use? I will use this one again, I think. starting fresh. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. I'm sorry about the camera that it reads everything in reverse. I am working on it. I'm really, really sorry about that. But that's wonderful. As I said, you have a rebirth, there's a renewal, a much more enlightened path is waiting for you, Group 1. If you work really, so really what they're saying to me is it's really important for you to unlock that intuition, because, as I said, a lot of you are going through some sort of grief, some sort of pain, some sort of loss. There's something that needs to be regained, something that when you regain it, you feel much more at peace, but in a much more powerful state as well. You will be in charge of yourself. But what you need to do is sort of be still, kind of put in the meditative work. Do meditations, use whatever medium or tool that you feel necessary, whether this be crystals. Some of you, if you don't like meditating, it could be, walks in nature, it could be playing sport, anything like that, anything where you feel really, really centered and where you feel really, really connected to your soul, to what makes you really, really happy. That's really important as well. And that's where you will be in that state of allowance. And by allowing, what will happen is you will unlock your intuition. You will get a sense of what is wrong and what is right for you. And that's what the intuition is about. You'll be able to make decisions in a much more enlightened way, and that is, for me, the benefits for you of unlocking your intuition. You will feel much more emotionally balanced and just basically much more happy, and you can start fresh with this wonderful new beginning. Okay, that's lovely. So that's all I have for you, Group 1. A lovely story here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you liked the reading. Please feel free to leave any comments in the feedback. I welcome any comments. And thank you very much. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel as well. And I will see you again. Goodbye. Hello, people in Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Amethyst crystal, and this reading will be about unlocking your intuition. So let's begin. So, Spirit, please can you tell me, why is it so important for people in Group 2 to unlock their intuition, please? Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands, like the last reading actually. Then we have the Six of Wands, very different energy there. And then we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, so instantly, by unlocking your intuition, Group, it's important for you to do this, Group 2, because this will enable you to move forward in a much more victorious way. And a much more clear way as well. You will gain a lot of clarity from this. Things will start to feel a lot more clearer to you. I'd like to know, please, Spirit, about this Ten of Wands. Please, could you give a bit more clarity about that? What is it that's holding people back at the moment from unlocking their intuition in Group 2? Okay, we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, so what I'm getting a sense from here is that you're kind of stuck. I'm getting a sense that you're stuck and in a kind of a limbo, and it feels really hard, and you feel like you're pushing against the wall, and you can't get through, and you're not sure why. But what they're telling me is it's important for you to unlock your intuition, because you'll be able to move on then, okay? You'll gain much more clarity, and you'll also get to a state where you will feel much more in control of your own life and where it is heading. As you can see with this figure on top of the horse, he has a clear direction. Okay, he's able to direct his energies, because we're talking about, the elements of fire with the wands, with the suit of wands. He's able to direct his energy in the way that he wants it to do, and it's in a very, very victorious way. It's like you're emerging into something much more powerful, and with that, you have much more clarity. We have a page of swords. We have the messenger. He is really, a messenger of clarity for you. It's important for you to unlock your intuition group 2, because you'll be much more tapped in. You'll get much more clearer insights and clearer ideas of where you are going and what direction you are going as well. And it will also tell you how you can move out of this state of limbo. I get a sense that you're going back and forth with these sticks. You're just feeling that you're hanging there at the moment. This is what you're feeling. Okay. I'd like to get some oracles, please, just to give a bit more information on this, please, Spirit. Of why is it important for people in group 2 to unlock their intuition? That's interesting. Bluebell Fairy, gratitude. That's an interesting angle. What I'm drawn to here, I don't know if you can see this. And again, as I'm really, really sorry about everything being reversed. I am working on this camera at the moment. So yeah, if you see the purple, it's kind of matching the purple of the Hanged Man as well. So even though you're feeling stuck, you are actually, it's important for you at this time when you're feeling stuck, it's important for you to kind of just allow your intuition kind of not to take over, but to really take an important role in how you make decisions. We have this purple, which to me is like other dimensions, it's spirit. But also, if you have a look, by hanging upside down, this Hanged Man, he's actually gaining a different perspective on things. And this is where the gratitude is coming in, because you may feel like these sticks that you're carrying, it's something, it's really, really awful, it's really, really hard work. But what they're saying is, because you're stuck, but they want you to hang upside down and see things, not literally, obviously, but see things from a different perspective. It's actually seeing that these sticks are probably, it's like symbolically, they're like a blessing in disguise. What feels like hard work is actually making you grow, all right? If you can see as well, with the head of the Hanged Man, he's actually got a golden light emanating from that. And to me, he's getting a kind of enlightenment in regards to, he's actually seeing a different perspective, is opening up his mind, opening up his perspective. And that's why it's so important for you people in group 2 to do this, all right? So what they're saying is you're feeling stuck, but by looking at where you are now and trying to see it from a broader perspective, that is actually using your intuition, and that's how it will benefit you, because that would enable things will start to shift. What once felt, not very nice or difficult, you will start to feel gratitude for, or all of the other things that you have. You will see a kind of bigger perspective, and by feeling the gratitude, you're getting into a state of kind of a state when you're allowing kind of abundance and things to come into your life, because you're on that frequency, and you will notice things will start to change. Because you're unlocking your intuition, you're tapping into something much broader than what your logical mind is telling you at the moment. You will shift out of the state where you're stuck, and you will be able to move on, okay, with much more insight and much more clarity. And you'll be able to make decisions much more clearly and much more to your benefit. So I'll get another card from this deck just to give a bit more information. So again, Spirit, why is it important for people in group 2 to unlock their intuition? Breaking barriers, yes. So I am expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. And again, we've got this purple colour, as we see. This is really strange. We've got this purple colour with the Hanged Man, also with the gratitude and with the breaking barriers, and this golden light. As we have the golden light emanating from his head, you have the golden light here. All right, it's like kind of very, very, very magical to me. And the golden light is shining through here. So you're getting this enlightenment by hanging upside down, seeing things from a different perspective. You're actually breaking through. This is what your intuition is allowing you to do. You're breaking through and gaining a much more insight. You're breaking down the barriers of a logical mind, and you're seeing things in a much broader sense. Okay, wow, that's amazing. Okay, so I'd like to know now, how can people in group 2, how can they unlock their intuition? What can they do to unlock their intuition, please? Okay, we have the 3 of Cups, followed by the 9 of Swords, and then the Magician. What a wonderful way. Right, so what they're telling me is that leading on from this kind of breaking barriers, feeling that gratitude by seeing things from a different perspective, what they want you to do is kind of engage in something that makes you happy. We have 3 that is a creative number. So what I'm getting a sense from here is that you could kind of do, it could be any sort of hobby, doesn't matter what it is. It could be playing an instrument, you know, it could be joining any sort of group or anything like that. And from this will actually enable you to tap into like a high frequency. You're tapping into the emotional frequency because this is cups as well. So it's not just the mind. This is like freeing you from this 9 of Swords, this kind of anxious, depressive, kind of restrictive energy. All right. And what will happen is when you actually start to interact maybe with people as well, and also really start to do what makes you happy. It could be social things as well. That's what I'm getting from this as well. Whether it's been a small scale, it could be like just talking to a friend, or it could be something much bigger. It doesn't really matter what it is, but it's actually starting that process. And what will happen is eventually, this would give you a sense of personal power. It's like they want you to think of yourself also as a manifester. It's like what they're telling me is that you need to get yourself into a state, even if you don't believe it, even if it doesn't seem logically true that you could be this magician, that you could be this manifester. What they're telling me is that they want you to believe. So it's actually by looking at things from a different perspective, you're looking at what seems impossible is possible because you're believing it. And when you start believing it, you will then begin to know it. And then by doing that, things will actually start to change in your 3D, in your physical reality. Because you've actually changed your frequency to knowing, you will start to attract all this power, all this energy, all this positivity. And again, we have the Magician here, we have the 6 of Wands. You will get a much more intuitive, much more focused direction in your life as well. So that's what they want you to do. They want you to get into a state of believing, in believing what doesn't seem possible. All right. So it's like, as we said here, breaking barriers. They want you to get into a state of knowing. All right. So yes, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get some oracles about this. Okay, so what practical things can people in group 2 do, please, Spirit, to unlock their intuition? Okay, so flow like water. Yes, this is actually tapping into your emotions. Remember, we have the Three of Cups here. It's actually trying to form an emotional connection with yourself and to other people as well, also those closest around you. And this will bypass this kind of Nine of Swords mental energy as well, this negative mental energy. And then we have chanting. Okay. This to me, it's like you're connecting your chakras, but you're getting connection for your throat chakra. You're opening up. You're actually, as you said, breaking through barriers. It's just about self-expression as well. It's really important to express yourself, to get into a kind of a flowing. And then we have dream journal. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, when you're dreaming, try and really, by chanting, this is kind of meditating as well. Similar to yoga, meditation, all them kinds of things. You don't necessarily have to chant, but it's about getting your body into that kind of like a flow-like state. It's like connecting with your body on an emotional and a spiritual as well as a physical level. What that will do, you will start to get more clarity, and this will unlock your intuition as well. And also, yeah, it's really important to take notice of what is happening in your dreams. Don't take it lightly. Whatever you can remember, I do keep it myself. I do keep a dream journal sometimes. I keep it, on the shelf. And then sometimes when I wake up, I immediately write whatever happens. And it's amazing what you forget if you don't write it down. And when I look back at it, you really get some insights. You get a lot of symbolism, but, I even myself, I do a tarot reading as well after some of my dreams, and I get a lot of information about what's happening in my subconscious. So that's what it's trying to do. It's trying to, tap you into that subconscious, all parts of your body, your mind. It's going beyond the mind, okay? Wonderful. So I'd like to know now, please, Spirit, what are the benefits for people in group 2, the potential benefits of unlocking their intuition? Amazing. On the bottom of the deck here, we've got the Three of Pentacles, like the Three of Cups. So I'm getting a sense that there's some sort of collaboration going on as well. So we have the Two of Wands. So yeah, you come into a sense of power. As you can see, this figure in the Two of Wands, he's holding the words in the world in his hand. He's looking forward. Some say he's looking back, but I get a sense of, you could be looking back and looking forward, but what's happening is, you're doing so in a much more clear way. You're able to you've got much more insight. You're understanding more about things that have happened in your past and why they've happened, and what you can do about them and what you can't do about them. Again, we've got the state of allowance, but you're able to move on. You're able to make plans. I get this sense that you're able to make more kind of enlightened plans about your future. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. That's lovely. That is like complete fulfillment, emotional, physical fulfillment, and abundance as well. So I get a sense that it'll really start to improve things for you. By unlocking your intuition, it will improve your relationships with others, but also your sense of feeling grounded, your sense of feeling complete and happy and abundant on earth. And then we have, wow, what a way to finish, the Star. Okay. This is like you, because we've got the Magician here. It's really interesting. We've got so I said, why is it important for you to unlock it? We have the Six of Wands. Then we have the Magician, so how to unlock it. And then we have the Star. So I'm getting a sense of something artistic, but something that will, that will make you quite well known, almost famous, if you know what I mean. It's like by tapping into your intuition, by flowing like water, as you see here, to breaking them barriers, to feeling that gratitude, to looking at things from a different perspective. It's like you're elevating yourself into a different state. You are a manifester, and you're able to move forward in life, to be abundant, because you understand more about how things work and how your interaction with the with the forces as well, the forces of the universe. You're able to, it's like you're tapping into the law of attraction, if you like. And this star, this is like, it's bringing everything down from spirit, basically, everything down from other dimensions as well. You've got a much closer connection to it. You've bypassed all them anxious, depressive kind of thoughts. You've bypassed all that feeling that everything is an obstacle, everything's really difficult, because you've seen things from a different perspective, because you've unlocked your intuition. You have a much more broader, a much more abundant future ahead of you, Group 2. This is really lovely. From the Star card and from this, this Two of Wands, I'm getting a sense that you're tapping into something possibly from a past life as a starseed. It's because there's possibly something quite unique about you, as you see with the Magician. And you might be feeling that you kind of, you want to participate and, participate in the world, but you feel there's something unique about you, but you're not, you might be seeing it in a quite sort of a negative, restrictive way. And by looking at things from a different perspective, as you see here, by tapping into that unique side, and by unlocking the intuition, you actually start to realize that this uniqueness, this sense of feeling different, actually may, for some of you, not all of you, but some of you may come from some sort of starseed origin, some sort of life on another planet as well. Okay, this is where you get your uniqueness from, the sense of feeling different. Okay, but it can make you really, really successful as well. And again, if you look, he's looking back possibly over his past lives as well. All right, but at the moment he's got the world, the earth in his hands. So you are despite being a starseed, you are able to use it to be really, really abundant and successful on planet Earth. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull some oracles about this. So Spirit, a bit more information please about the potential benefits of people in Group 2 in unlocking their intuition. Passage, okay. Yeah, this to me is like a rite of passage. It's like you're going through some sort of portal. As you can see, she's going through this pathway, and here, as you can see at the end of this, you see all these stars. It's this much broader perspective. She's coming out of the darkness and into a much more enlightened, with a much more enlightened view of things. Okay, and then just to finish off, I will use this deck about the potential benefits of people in Group 2 unlocking their intuition, please, Spirit. Proceeding softly, my inner power grows in moments of quietude. Okay, and again, it's coming back to this Hanged Man. Yes, you feel like you're feeling stuck, you feel like things aren't moving, but if you just proceed softly, as it says here, if you allow the quiet, allow things to come through, you will break barriers. You'll start to get a more expansive view of things. And this will give you more information, more clarity, because you will be unlocking your intuition, and then you will be able to proceed with the rest of your life, as unique manifester that you are. You will proceed really, really, really successfully, as you see here. It's lovely reading, Group 2. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you liked the reading. Please feel free to subscribe. Please feel free to leave any comments as well. I welcome all comments. And thank you very much, and hope to see you again. Goodbye. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Petrified Wood, and this reading will be about unlocking your intuition. So firstly, I'm going to ask Spirit, why is it important for people in Group 3 Spirit to unlock their intuition? Why is it important for them to do this, please? We have the Lovers card, followed by the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Ten of Cups. That's beautiful. So yeah, instantly what I'm getting a sense of a Group 3 is that many of you, or at least some of you, are blocked, and you're actually blocked from your intuition. And by unlocking your intuition, you can remove certain blockages to your emotional center. It's like you're blocked from your feelings, or you're kind of blocked from the higher frequencies, at the higher frequency of love, as we see with the Lovers. Okay, now this could be love for family, for the world around you. It could be romantic love. You could be blocking yourself from that. It also could be love, for yourself. Love with the female and the masculine parts of yourself, and that frequency of love, that frequency of connection with Spirit. Okay. And yeah, the Ten of Cups here, by unblocking these, you've got wonderful cards here, Group 3. What they're telling me is unblocking these blocks that you've got in yourself on the earth plane. It's important for you to do this because this will enable you to get access to that frequency. And obviously this is like a happy ever after scene for me. This is not just, this is not just material, it's more sort of emotional fulfillment as well, emotional abundance. It's that feeling attached to material wealth, but also emotional wealth as well. I'd like to know, please, Spirit, a bit more about this blockage, please, of why it's important for people in Group 3 to unlock their intuition. What is blocking them? Clarity for the Four of Pentacles, please. Wow, we have the Sun. This to me is like, because you're blocked from that sort of that inner child, that inner passion, that inner happiness, and that inner spirit, that inner vibrancy as well. You're unblocking your intuition. It's so important for you to do. If you unlock it, you will remove these blockages, and it will just bring you closer, as I said, closer to spirit, but your own spirit, your own soul, and what it is that you really want to do, basically. What really makes you happy, what your inner child has always wanted for you, what it's always wanted for your soul. I'm going to get some oracles now, just to give a bit more information on this. So again, why is it so important, Spirit, for people to unlock their intuition? We have protection, guardians of the land. What I'm drawn to is this, the angle they're giving here is like, it's like you have some sort of, maybe a life purpose involved in your interactions with nature and the world around you, in terms of preserving it. You have like a unique connection to it. You are naturally connected to that frequency. You're naturally connected to the earth frequency and the soul frequency as well. It's like this rainbow is joining the two, from the earth to the heavens as well. You are meant to be a protector. You are at one with the world around you. Especially, this is joy for me. This Lover's card, and yes, it is the Garden of Eden. But it's something natural about you that's naturally connected to the angels, but also to the earth plane as well. And you are meant to be a protector of the earth. You are a cherisher of the earth, cherisher of the animals, of humanity, of nature and everything. So that's why it's important for you to unlock your intuition, because you remove the blockages and you will be able to feel much more your natural connection to things. A bit more information, please, from this deck of why it's so important for people in group 3 to unlock their intuition. It's also interesting thinking, it's like you have some sort of ancestry or connection to the earth itself, like some sort of primordial connection. It's interesting that you've got this petrified wood, the petrified wood crystal that you chose. So it's like you're connected to the earth's life, the earth's memory as well. It's like you've had many, many different different lives on earth, going way back, way back as well. And you've retained some sort of that memory. You might have some sort of past lives. It's definitely something connected to the land, going way back. That's what I'm getting from this. You are a protector. That's what you're meant to do here. I'm just going to get a few more. Oh, that came out. Stepping into stillness. That's interesting. My power is born in the majesty of silence. And yes, I'm getting a sort of a stillness from this card as well. It's like you're against all the fighting, all the violence, all the destruction that we are doing to the earth. It's like you are kind of that peaceful, you have that peaceful, childlike, joyful energy that by you unblocking your intuition, you're meant to be connected to that, okay? You have an affinity, basically, with the earth, with Mother Earth. So I'd like to know now, please, spirits, how can people in group 3 unlock their intuition? How can they actually do that? It's almost like they're unblocking you from all the material. Yeah, material things are important. Financial freedom is really important. As I said, it gives you freedom, but they're trying to unblock you from just possibly for somebody who just focus on that. They're trying to focus on that. There's a much more broader perspective that needs to be gained. Okay, so how can they do it? So you have the 7 of Pentacles there, followed by the Devil card. Okay. Followed by the 7 of Wands. So I feel a lot of you in group 3, there are probably some deep-seated fears and insecurities. Maybe in terms of how you view others, okay? You might rightly have had a lot of battles, have had to struggle a lot in your life, okay? And it's left you feeling kind of depleted, really, feeling that there isn't much, at times there isn't much for you. You feel so weighed down by all these blockages. And that stems from some sort of deep-rooted fear. And I got a feeling that it goes way back, possibly further than your childhood, possibly to previous lives. There's something in that you've carried through your soul journey that's come with you into this life. And that's what's causing this struggle as well, and a certain way of looking at things. It's like it's kind of like you're not seeing the abundance that is there before you. It's like you're blocked in some sort of way. I'd like to know a bit more, please, about this Devil card, Spirit. So I'd like to unravel really how people can actually unblock them or unlock their intuition. So we have the Hanged Man. Yes, it's definitely something that's keeping you stuck, but it's also, this Hanged Man is a very it's a very spiritual card. He's hanging upside down. It looks like he's hanging in limbo, but I believe in your case, you're definitely, it's like your connection with other dimensions, other realms. Okay, and this is where this is coming through, probably through your psychic energy, you know, your intuition, your psychic powers. It's like they want you to tap into that, group 3. It's like they want you to face what it is, that is causing all this disruption. So I'm getting a sense that there might be quite a bit of shadow work for you to do. Because what is the result of that is complete happiness and complete fulfillment and complete connection to spirit. You got the 10 of, you know, you got the 10 of cups here, you've got the sun card. This is wonderful. But what is required for you to unlock your intuition, they want you to really, as I said, there's possibly a dark night of the soul that's happening for you, but they want you to really understand it and really understand the root of it. And by understanding the root of it, that is how you will know how to deal with it. Yeah, I'd like to get a bit more about this 7 of Wands, please. What have people in group 3 been battling against? Okay, that's interesting. Interesting that came up. And on the bottom of this deck, we have the Fool. This is like complete connection to source. This is like static again. All right. Could be some sort of younger male sort of figure that's might have been causing some sort of difficulty for you through this life or through past lives as well. It could be something to, you know, it's something about your own energy. It's like they want you to feel this youthfulness, this vibrancy, but I'm getting a sense that you're feeling a bit burnt out. Okay, and that is because of these deep-rooted insecurities and fears. It could be something, you know, it could be something that's happened to you. You have a right, obviously, to feel these emotions about this. It could be something, you know, quite traumatic in this life or past lives. But it's like they want you to, this is making you worn out, and it's like you don't understand why. You might not be aware of it, or you might be aware of it, but you're not aware of the extent to make that it is that is the extent to which it is depleting your energy reserves. Okay, and making you feel this sort of this unhappiness or this lack of satisfaction with what's happening. Okay, so I get a sense that they really want you to delve deep here through some sort of spiritual practice. It could be meditation, anything like that. It could be just connecting, you know, through music, through walks in nature, through doing anything that you like. But I think specifically this is to do with shadow work, group 3. You can find loads of information on YouTube or other sources about how to conduct shadow work and different ways of doing it. Okay, because there are many different ways. One way might work for you, but not for other people. So find the way that most resonates with you. Okay, I'm going to get some more information about what you can actually do. What can people in group 3 do to unlock their intuition? Looking at practical things, please, Spirit. Be still. This is similar to group 1. They had to be still. And as you see, we have the Hanged Man here. It's like you have to go into kind of a state of just, it's like meditating, basically. You have to accept that the darkness is there in order to be able to recognize it and work through it. And yes, as you can see around this person, there's darkness, but there's stars as well, and there's hope. We also have ground yourself. Really, really important, okay? But not be blocked. Yeah, be grounded, but also connected. But be grounding yourself is really, really important. Feeling part of the earth. Remember, you've got such a connection with the earth, but for some reason you've been disconnected from it through whatever has happened to you. And then we have movement. Wow, it's interesting. We've got be still, and then we've got movement. So yeah, it's combining things. I think it's like it's moving in a more enjoyable, in a more fluid way. It's like connecting with your body. You might feel like you're struggling mentally, physically. Um, it's like they want you to take some time out, do that shadow work, get connected to your body again, into all that. I'm seeing the energy flow here as well. And that will connect you. That will connect you with your psychic, your intuitive energy. Okay. So yeah, for some of you, it might be, it might be dance. It might be simply, exercising, going for a walk or whatever you like to do, basically. And these sort of things will connect you more with your intuition, and this will unlock it. Okay. And it will give you much more awareness of what is actually going on in this shadow. So you can actually bring it to the surface and deal with it and not fight against it. You can actually deal with it victoriously and regain your energy reserves. So what I'd like to know now, Spirit, is what are the potential benefits? Oh, that's interesting. That came out, the Death card straight away. So I'm getting a sense here that this is change, drastic change for you. Okay. So again, I'm going to continue. What are the benefits, please, Spirits, of people in group 3 of unlocking their intuition? What are the potential benefits, please? So we have the Ace of Wands. So yes, remember, we've got this death card. This isn't death in its literal sense. The majority of the time in tarot, this is about ending a cycle and start, so you can start something and fetch something new. So this to me, it's like ending that darkness, because you've got that knowledge by unlocking your intuition. You've gained that knowledge, you've gained that deep understanding of yourself. And then this is giving you that spark, that ignition, so you can restart. You've got that surge of energy. As you see here, the Page of Wands, you're no longer feeling, you're battling, burnt out. It's like you're being refreshed. And then we have the Chariot. Lovely. So yeah, the Chariot, this is effortless movement. Okay, you have the power of spirit behind you, and you have balance as seen with the black and the white Sphinx. You're not struggling there. You are just moving the Chariots. You are able to just move effortlessly because you've got this new knowledge. Because your intuition has been unlocked, you've got this new knowledge, this new wisdom. You're able to make decisions much more clearly, and you're more, as you're more connected, to spirits, you're more connected to the emotional, the intuitive part of yourself. This just opens doors for you into what your life purpose is, into that inner child, that spark, that thing that makes you happy. It's like you're being reborn. And then, yeah, we have the Three of Swords here. For me, this is like, it's like death or regeneration or the end of all this heartache and, these burdens, these sores that you felt like I stabbed you in the heart, this mental torture that you've been going through. This is like, by unlocking your intuition, you're gaining much more awareness and ways that you can actually tune into yourself much more easily, so you can actually, in a more focused way, you can actually heal this heart. This is what you've been carrying, I feel, for a very long time. Okay, but it has a lot of potential to be healed. Okay, there's a really good outcome from this by you unlocking your intuition, doing that work, grounding yourself, connecting with your body, and just being still and accepting what can't be changed and what can be changed, and so you can move on. I'm going to get more information about this, please. So, what are the potential benefits, please, for people in group 3 in unlocking their intuition, Spirit? Again, we have reflecting pool stillness, as you can see here. Yeah, this stillness, she's looking into the pool, she's looking into the reflection. It's like you're facing the dark side as well. But if you look, I don't know if you can see on the camera, there's a swan under the surface. This is like, for me, this is like regeneration. This is turning into that swan, basically. Okay, into something much better for you. But in order to do that, you need that stillness. And then lastly, as you can see from that stillness card as well, she's looking into very, very deep waters, deep shadowy waters, as you see here. But by doing that, she's gaining much more insight, and she is able to transform into something really, really wonderful. So just one more card, please, Spirit, about the potential benefits of people in group 3, please, of unlocking their intuition. Dwelling in truth, I stand in the light of truth. So yes, so by going into the darkness, you are actually, it's shining a light on your soul and what the truth is, so you can move on in with much more clarity, okay? Because you have the truth, basically. You know what's going on. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely reading. A lot of positivity to come out of this shadow work, group 3. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you liked the reading. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Please feel free also to leave any comments. I welcome all comments. And again, thank you very much and goodbye. Hello group 4 and welcome to your reading. You chose the Moonstone and this reading will be about unlocking your intuition. So let's begin. So Spirit, please can you tell me, why is it so important for people in group 4 to unlock their intuition? We have the Seven of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Swords, followed by the Three of Pentacles as well. So what I'm getting from this is that by you unlocking your intuition, this will enable you to receive really, really quick messages. Now, these could be from your guides. This is what I'm getting here. You're receiving quick messages. It's like releasing you from a state of standstill. You're in a state of assessing at the moment, but you're not sure which direction to turn, or what is actually, you're not really sure what's going on. But by unlocking your intuition, you will get really, really quick messages firing at you, and it's like you're tapping in. I can see your spirit guides. They're sort of coming out from the dark chambers here. They're giving you guidance, but really, really quickly through your intuitive senses, through your intuition. Also, what it will do, it's like it will unlock your creative abilities and your abilities to collaborate creatively with others on Earth as well. So if you have some sort of project, some sort of business, it will be beneficial for you. You will be able to collaborate with people on it really, really quickly and really, really effectively by unlocking your intuition. I'd like to get a bit of clarity, please, Spirit, about this Seven of Pentacles. What is it that's, why are people in group, some or a lot of people in group 4 feeling at a standstill? And, what is it that will help? Why is it important for their intuition to be unlocked to remove them from this? What is it that's keeping them feeling that they're at a standstill, please, Spirit? Clarity for the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm getting instantly here is it's like some sort of you're in this sort of vibrational state. It's a low vibrational state, possibly poverty, but there's some sort of sense of lack. But what I'm seeing here, if you look at this picture, this person's got their head down. They're not really seeing what's going on, but this person is actually looking up. it's like he's got some sort of awareness, okay? But if only they would look into this window and they would see this church, or refuge, whatever it is, there is light in there. And I believe that to be the light of spirit. And it's like giving them refuge. But it's like they keep going around in circles, but eventually they will see that light. And this is what I believe. This light is like the intuition for you. It's enabling you to transcend out of this vibration into something much more positive and much more collaborative. Okay. I'd like to get some oracles now to explain this, please. Why is it so important for people in group 4 to unlock their intuition? Stillness. We had this in the last reading, actually. Okay. Yeah, it's like you feel like you're standing still, but by unlocking your intuition, instead of feeling like you're standing still and you're not getting anywhere on the physical plane, if you sort of allow things to your intuition to be unlocked, this reveals something really, really beautiful and transformational. As you can see, with the stillness, she's looking into this the deep, dark waters, and what is underneath is this swan. And this is, to me, is like the potential that you have, this potential of wonderful transformation, to transform into this swan, this regeneration, okay, by unlocking your intuition. So I'd like a bit more information, please. Letting go, yeah. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. And again, I apologize for the camera. It is reading things in reverse. I am working on it at the moment. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, it's like you're just letting go, because we have water here, we have water there. Water ebbs and flows, and that's the same with life. You get your ups and you get the downs. You might be feeling that you've had more downs than ups, but what I'm getting a sense of here is that you need to kind of just assess it and just come to the realization that yes, there are downs, but there are equally ups as well. So you're going, you're not resisting the flow, you're going with it. So you're going with that flow, okay? And that is what intuition will do for you. By unlocking that intuition, you'll be able to go downstream with the flow, with the natural flow of things, rather than resisting it, and rather, which is causing you to feel this 7 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles energy, okay? As well, I'm getting a sense you will get messages, I think, really, really clearly as well, but also this Knight of Swords, in this instance, it can possibly refer, some of you might jump to conclusions really, really quickly, and that's because your intuition is blocked. These conclusions might be quite negative. You might feel like everything is negative. You won't be able to get, this much money. You won't be able to get this much security financially or emotionally. But what it's saying is, if you just be still and you just let go of the things that can't be changed, the things you can't do anything about, then you would be on that flow you won't be resisting. You'll be on the flow, okay? And this will be towards something much more, much more creative, much more collaborative as well. I'd like a bit more information, please, about this 3 of Pentacles, Spirit. A bit of clarity, please, for this 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, Page of Swords. This is messages, possibly from your guides, but they're giving you clarity here. All right, this is something very, very spiritual. It's like your spirit guides are almost waiting in this church, symbolically, obviously, in this refuge. They're waiting in there. They have the light, and they're coming through. They're coming out of the darkness, out of the dark pools here, and they're giving you this knowledge, this guidance, this wisdom. Okay, making things a lot more clearer for you. All right. So I'd like to know, please, Spirit, what can people do in group 4? How can they unlock their intuition? How can they unlock it? Have the Fool card. Yeah, this to me, again, as I said before, this is connection to spirit. This is connection to the beginning of things. It's that sense you've let go. You know, he's completely let go. As you can see, he's open to anything. He's open to whatever life, whatever adventures life has for him. And this is what they're trying to refer to you. He's letting go. You need to let go. Just open up to all the wondrous possibilities that are open to you. And then we have the King of Wands. Yeah, this is going to give you, you need to get into sort of a state of self-power. You know, in kind of this vibration, it's very sort of, there's not a lot of self-power here, okay? They want you to sort of get into the vibrations, get into the energy of being in charge of yourself and that anything is possible, okay? As you see with this Fool card. Wow, and then we have the Sun, all right? So yeah, they're really trying to ask you to tap into a positive frequency by letting go, going along the flow, going with the flow. You will get that. You will get that reward. That sunshine will start to come through into your life. You'll get that clarity. You'll get that strength as well. All right. I'd like to get a bit more clarity, please, about the Fool card. Anything else you want to say about the Fool card, please, Spirit? Oh, 2 come out there. Okay. We have the Hierophant. All right. And we have the 3 of Swords. So yeah, this is like, what they want you to do, it's like they want you to break through any restrictions. It's like breaking through the status quo of what people think you should think, of what you think society or societal norms, the ones I say that are restrictive, that make you feel restrictive, that make you feel in that 5 of Pentacles. They kind of want you to break through that and connect to source in your own way, in your own unique way. All right. And what this will do, this will heal all this difficulty, and it will help to heal all this heartache. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a bit of information on what practical things can they do, please, people in group 4, in order to unlock their intuition. Because what they're telling me is, you are relying, they want you to rely on your own intuition, regardless of what you're told to believe, and what is, you know, for example, it could be certain religious structures. That's just one example. It could be through what, you know, teachers or figures of authority have told you. The things that that don't sit quite right with you, okay? They're asking you to have like your own view on it, or your own way of kind of connecting to your intuition. It's trusting yourself, really. It's trusting your own intuition. Okay, so what practical things can they do, please, Spirit? Okay, we have music. Yeah, this is like the joy, as we can see with the Sun here. This is like, and the Fool card. This is like the joy of life. It's like tapping into those things that, listening to music you love. It could be dancing, it could be anything. It could be nature, anything like that, but anything on that same frequency as music, things that you love. If you start doing things that you enjoy, this will start to make you more connected to your intuition and remove all these blockages. And then we've got make an altar. Yeah, so yeah, this is something really, really spiritual. So yeah, you could do something, as you can see, there's candles on them as well. It's like something that's sacred to you. So it could be part of your, you know, if you do meditation, anything like that, you could have one place in your home that you feel that is yours, something sacred to you. And you can do anything you want with it. You can make it look however you want, but it feels special to you. And that is your way of connecting to source and connecting to spirit. And this will unlock your intuition. And then we have soak in a bath. Lovely. This is about totally, this is like self-nurture. This is looking after yourself, looking after your physical body. But also we're talking about letting go, going with the flow of water. So they really want you to connect to water in many, many different ways. And we also have the elements of fire as well. Okay, and you pick the Moonstone. It's interesting that one of these candles has a moon. I don't know if you can see it in that candle as well. So what this will do, this will connect you. This will connect you through the elements of, water and fire. This will connect you to spirit and to your intuition as well. So what I'd like to know now, please, Spirit, is what are the potential benefits of people in group 4 by unlocking their intuition? If they unlock their intuition, what are the potential benefits of this, please, for people in group 4? Okay, we have the 7 of Swords, followed by the 5 of Cups, followed by the Death card. Right, this is interesting. On the face of it, it looks quite negative. You've got the 7 of Swords, followed by the 5 of Cups. But what we've got here is a major transformation that's coming at the end of it. Okay. This is being transmuted into something wonderful. Okay. You are actually being connected to your inner child and to what makes you happy. All right. So what they're saying, yes, there is work to do. You really need to look after yourself, look after, your body, engage in things that you really, really enjoy. And this will move you out of this kind of energy, okay, where you're feeling quite lost, you're moving through life, you don't really have any direction. As you see with this 5 of Pentacles, you're feeling this lack. And what this is going to do, the potential benefits of unlocking your intuition is that this will die, basically. All this awful stuff will die. It'll be regenerated. Okay, I'm going to get some clarifiers for this, Spirit. So I'm going to clarify the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Cups, please, for the potential benefits for people in group 4 of unlocking their intuition. It's like, what it's saying to me is that you will be able to lift your head up, from this cloak, from this grief, and also you'll be able to actually start to notice where you're going. You won't be I said this before with the 7 of Swords, it's like you're scrabbling around on the peripheries of life. You're not actually joining in a way that you want to, okay? So what it's doing is, it's like lifting the veil for you. So yeah, we have that, and this one. Okay, so for the 7 of Swords, yeah, we've gone from the 7 of Swords, all right? What is coming through after this death, all right, is the 6 of Wands. You are really on top, okay? You're in a much better position. People start to, to value you, basically. Your self-esteem, regardless of what others think of you, you are feeling this energy. Your self-esteem has been elevated so much. Okay, and you're able to move forward triumphantly because you're in that different mindset. You're in a much more positive, powerful position by unlocking your intuition. Okay, this is what's coming after once this death process has happened. And to clarify, the 5 of Cups, that's lovely. We have the Lover's card. Okay. All right. So unlocking your intuition, yeah, it's giving you awareness of what is causing. You might be aware of it, or you might not be aware of the full extent of it, of how much it's impacting you. This kind of energy that you're in, this 5 of Pentacles and this, 5 of Cups. Both, remember, these are number 5s. 5 is to do with challenge as well, and challenges can be overcome. And the reward for this, by unlocking your intuition, is that complete connection, to what your soul actually is meant to do here in this life on earth. And you are connected to spirit as well. That's lovely. I'm going to get some more information from these oracles. So again, please, Spirit, the potential benefits for people in group 4 of unlocking their intuition, please. Aspen Spirit, courage. Yeah, it's giving you the courage to face your fears and face your obstacles. Because of this unlocking of intuition, you have more awareness of them, so you actually have more direction. You're not just tuned in to the mental faculties, it's everything, it's your intuition, okay? And this, to me, this is like bravery, courage. As you can see, he's come back from battle, yeah? But he's actually victorious, okay? And this is what's happening for you. You're doing something really, really brave in facing the dark things, facing what's making you unhappy. But by doing that, you're undergoing really intense transformation. Intense positive transformation, I should say. One final card, please, Spirit, for people in group 4, the potential benefits of unlocking their intuition, please. Coming into power. Look at this. I step into my power boldly and confidently. Look at that. Going into the dark is able to shine a light on you. All right. This is at the Sun card. You're finally coming in. It's like you're coming back to the beginning. After this death has taken place here, it's like you've come back to the beginning. All right. It's like you've cleared the path for you to move on boldly and confidently. Okay. Lovely, very, very positive. Very positive ending to that group 4. Thank you. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please comment. Please feel free to leave any comments. I welcome them all. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel as well. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.